Hi everyone, this is Bella from Unlock Your Design. I just started to do a Gene Key horoscope daily for right now. This is the horoscope for Friday, December 2nd. And we are looking at first the astrological chart, then the Gene Key chart. So here you see the astrological wheel that has all the signs of the zodiac. And then in the middle, it has all the numbers, all the gene keys. When we go into the weekend here, we are going to be able to feel a new energy. And that has to do with the moon catching up with Jupiter. The moon is fast. And we started the week with the moon in Aquarius, then in Pisces, and how here it's moving in now in Aries together with Jupiter. Jupiter has been retrograde for several months in Pisces. And it just started to go direct last week. It likes to be in fire signs. It's the ruler of Sagittarius. So when it comes into a fire sign, especially Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, a lot of impulse, a lot of penetration energy. It has that really strong energy. And the moon is often the subjective experience that we have of our reality. So when the moon comes here conjunct Jupiter, we feel a lot of that optimism, of that forward movement, and also we could say gift frequencies of those gene keys. So here we have the courage, we have valor, we have that initiation. A lot of those gene key frequencies that are forward moving as well is where the moon is going to go through over the weekend. And the other thing for December 2nd is that we have Venus that's actually dialoguing here with Saturn. This is Saturn here. You can see that there is a green line, and that means that it's a harmonic aspect or connection. And here there could be solutions in relationships. Like I said earlier this week, there can definitely have been some insights, a lot of intuitions when the moon was in Pisces. And then here with this positive dialogue between Venus, what we value, and Saturn, when some things are actually coming into form, maybe even after a little bit of limitation or frustration even, there can be definitely more clarity and some solutions. And I think as well, it's important here to see that when the moon is coming into Aries, it's not only getting the Aries fire energy, it's also going to meet up with Chiron. And Chiron is here in gate 21. So it goes from that trying to be in control, which never actually works, into much more stepping into our true authority. And that is going to be felt when the moon comes there. The moon, like I said, is our subjective experience, often has to do with how we feel. So there can be some of those experiences or situations where we remember where we maybe have felt hurt. Chiron is the wounded healer. So there are things here that aren't easy, but as we are taking the hero's journey, as we're saying yes to life, we are actually moving beyond those points. And there is a wisdom that's in us thanks to those experiences. And that's also where we can help others. So these are the main astrological things that I see for this day. But let's move into the gene keys and see what we have in the horoscope with the gene keys. The first thing we see is that this is a 5-1 profile. That's the energy of the day. So here we have leadership energy, and we also have the importance of being grounded in our body, our physicality. You can see here in the line 1 of the purpose. That's very important. And here in the core stability, it has to do with not getting lost in the head and everything we hear, the confusion and the doubt, but actually much more tapping into our curiosity, our imagination, using it more like an artist than listening to others and feeling confused. And then we are still with the main archetype here being the mountaineer or the gift of determination. So important here to be able to start things with an intention that's actually moving up our energy in a way that feels aligned with us. If we start something and we do it big, although we have resistance on the inside, it's a little bit like we're trying to start a car and drive, and at the same time we're pulling the brake. So it's important here to actually be able to have that sacral energy, that life force, and that's what we're moving forward with. And I have been saying before this week as well, to identify with what it is that you do. When you can identify with something, you can feel enthusiastic about it, you can feel the motivation. And here in the fifth line, it is important. It is important to see and understand why we're doing something and not doing it for the sake of doing. I would say as well, with the Aries energy, with the forward movement, there can definitely be solutions, not only with Saturn and Venus communicating with each other and maybe solution in relationships. I think all over there can be good solutions on Friday. And that's really nice, kind of getting some things done, getting some doors open before the weekend, and hopefully some rest and fun in the weekend as well. And when it comes to relationships, adding to that conversation between Venus and Saturn, the attraction sphere is going to be 11.3. The third line is speaking about playfulness. So whatever you do with people, don't be too serious on Fridays. Make sure that there's already some fun and already maybe some tuning into the weekend. Who knows? Maybe you stop working at 3 p.m. and that's where the fun, the playful is starting. We are still here in the IQ and the EQ, they're programming partners right now. So a bit of that Eden loop again in ourselves or with the other, where we can go around and having some of those thoughts of lack or poverty consciousness. It's important here to feel into who are the people that you want to have around you, and who are the people that can hear your message. Because when you are in that energy, you're going to be able to actually express yourself in the world, and whatever work you do, you're going to actually be good at it, because people are going to hear you, people are going to gather with you and not against you. There's going to be a synergy and artfulness. And here again, we have the 29, so commitment. Whoever is in front of you is the most important person. There is this kind of devotional energy. We want to give ourselves fully to whatever is in front of us. And also the more spiritual opportunity here to work with some wounding would be the core wound of shame or the core wound of failure. So it could be a bit of that feeling. So, if you get stuck in inertia here in the 9 and you feel like indifference, you don't really want to put your energy on anything, there doesn't seem to be any solutions, you're stuck in the poverty consciousness, you feel even in relationships like people are not really there, you can't really trust them, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there, you're also impacted by everything you hear in the confusion and the doubt of the world, then it's not a very nice experience. So in order for you to really tap into the higher frequency, I believe with the very open centers here that you have in the body graph, it's important to be guided from the inside, to not listen too much from the outside. And from a human design perspective, we could say that definitely for Friday, if you have a message, the world is going to hear it. So whatever message is it that you have, whoever you feel like you need to talk to, maybe that you have procrastinated on, maybe you'll find the energy, the words to actually get through to that person. Okay, thank you.